Shalom, 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 my people, shalom, shalom, my people, shalom, shalom, my people, shalom. Hey, I just want to, today is Wednesday. A wonderful day to be alive, a wonderful day for everything. I just want to thank the Most High for giving me the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of His Word. And this is some good coffee. I got this called Hawaiian coffee. It tastes good and it is good. Today is like a Wednesday. I just want to give yourself a round of applause first. I always have something to give. I give this for free. I have no let me turn this off just in case somebody try to call me this morning. Put it on silent. No interruptions. And today is like a Wednesday. I'm what they call in church, like a you call that Bible study. Well, this is a Bible study. This is our history. Today's word gonna be about the scared word nigger, and also the real hard truth. Let me get to about the scared word nigger. Okay, nigger is actually in the Bible. It's actually in the Bible, which a lot of us just don't read. And you would know that they were talking to us. These people was talking to us, and everybody else know about us. Let me go to Acts. I want you to go to Acts real quick. Tomorrow, Luke, John, everybody know them. Acts 13:1. This is the Holy Bible Contemporary English Version. This is the CEV. I have several different Bibles, and they break down like they got their own little breakdown, and they kind of like simplify. Some of them make it harsh, but it gets the truth out. But you have to study the King James Bible 1611. So that's where you won't get confused, because some of the words they change. And when you read this Bible, some of them made so blunt you can't do nobody understand it. But you gotta remember, they always change the word. But you go to the King James verse 1611, and you won't go wrong. You'll get this right. You would get this. This is absolutely right. Okay. The word nigger is in the Bible. As a matter of fact, when you see the map, you'll see where in Latin you pronounce it Niger. But the word is nigger in English, meaning black. All it means black. But that word has power. It has real power in it. And I'm going to tell you something. Once they if they learn the power of that word, the so-called Esau and other nations won't use that word. But I'm going to break this word down to you. It's a lot to it, but they won't break it down to you. And I want you to understand this book. Negro ruler of Scotland and the British Isles. So what you see right now, like with the king and all that, they're a complete lie. It's a complete lie. But you won't. It's coming out that Putin is mad with everybody, so he dishing out information telling about who the real queen was, and real king, the prince. They copied the name. They even kept some of the name, like Charles and the Prince Elizabeth, all that. They were black people. I got proof in this book, but y'all won't read these books, so it's proof in these books. These black people, all these black people, they stole the identity like they always do. They always steal our identity and change stuff. They get it. 13:1. The church at Antioch had several prophets and teachers. There were Barnabas, Simeon, also called nigger. They was called nigger then. So it's nothing new. How? And people say, well, white man wrote this about. Well, why would a white man put in there and give you all the information about you? All this color in the Bible. They say ain't no color in the Bible. All this color is in the Bible. It lets you know who you are. It tell you that in Solomon what it says. I am black but cunningly. I mean, it just tell you all this stuff. You go to Job 30:30, my skin is black upon me. You go to Jeremiah, I think it's Jeremiah 1:4. I don't quote me. I got it, but I gotta look back up in there. But I got it. It tell you that the Jews are black unto the ground. I mean, it lets you know who you are. But they won't teach it right, so you don't know it. So if they hide it from you, of course, you won't know this stuff because they're hiding it from you. I want you to give yourself a round of applause. And I'm here to try to break this stuff down to you. But this, I see this come out of this book. All this information in this book. Okay. When the term nigger is uttered, it is merely an old expression meaning, master, you are my God. I am here to worship you. He's talking to God. It means, master, you are my God. It's like, hey, nigga. That's why they say they was in the church. They call them niggers in the church because we worship God. It's a high dignity, but they want you to make it think it's negative, but it's really not negative. I am here to worship you. The only time the name nigger should not be applied is when used in vain. But see, they using it willingly. They're using it willingly. But hey, if you don't know, you don't know. But I'm here to teach you stuff that they will never teach you. People will never know how powerful that word nigger means. But they take it and put it in a negative connotation. When it's really not, it's a positive. They take a negative, they take a positive and change it into a negative. That's what they done. The first original letter of the Hebrew alphabet is not A, but the symbol letter N, which centuries later was translated to A. The long letter A in Arabic is written in. See, that's when you start reading etymology of words. It's very important that you study them. You remember that chart they used to give us in school? I remember the chart. The chart had in school with it was like in Latin letters. You know, they would have the Latin letters and all that. We didn't pay no attention to it, but it was putting it right in front of our face. That's why I don't care what Ron DeSantis does or any other people does. It's up to us. We can teach our own history. I can give a history class. I give a history class on England. This book here is a history class. I can go word for word in this book and have a class. And people walk out with understanding who they are. But the way they got things set up now, you do not know who you are. You're around here calling yourself name, but don't know. See, we are the people that are in the Bible. See, the divided letter N has various spellings, such as I-N, E-N, E-N-D. The first three words mentioned in the Western Bible are in beginning, which is actually saying nigger or Niger, the beginning. We are the beginning. And we all know that we are the beginning because the Bible says, I made you from the dust of the ground. So you are the beginning. But they done took that word and changed it away. And made it seem bad because they got enough sense to take power out of words. When that word really means powerful, it really means the beginning. We are the beginning. That's what it really means. It means we are powerful. We worship God. It means God, I'm here to worship you. And then it goes on there and saying me, I am the beginning. See, they took the word and took power out of the word by calling it nigga. And then they got their own little thing and they call it what? Ignorant, this and that. But it don't mean ignorant. It means powerful. It means strong. It means the beginning. See, they took the power out of the word when the word really was a strength word. I'm not going to hold you long, but I had to get this out. The word the N word is a powerful word. Boy, we had the platform. They won't give us the platform to break these words down. Because guess what? We smart. We so smart it's ridiculous. And they know that. But all the way they can do is they got to keep us and the majority of the people blinded. So what they'll do is they'll give us a negative name. They call us terrorists. And when you got all these so-called Esau, you got Esau out here going in churches killing us. They're going in schools killing everybody. They blow up the y'all remember Timothy McVeigh? You remember we got all these people that's been doing all these murder. The other nations are laughing at us. Because guess what? We are the murder capital. Because not just, see, they show us killing us. They say black on black crime. You got white on white crime. You got Chinese on Chinese crime. But they took and focused on us because they want to destroy us because they know that we are the real gods. We are the closest thing to God on earth. The Bible calls us gods in songs. We are the closest thing, but we die like men because of our sin. But that's why you see some people, you go to different countries, they see us, they think we gods. Because they know we are God. Not think they know we are God. But you over here in the West, they tell us that we are nothing. And we believe that and we act on it. So if I keep telling you, hey, you nothing. Hey, you nothing. I tell you that all through school. Hey, you nothing. But guess what? We have nobody in leadership. That's why God said, vote for a king that look like us. A king, not necessarily our complexion, our outer looks, our inner looks. Because we putting these people in office, you vote for black people because they look like black people. But they get there and they do nothing for us. Nobody stand up for them because they get in there and they go just like a status quo. They just stay the same. Nothing changed. We done been, I can't use my mama for example. She's 82. She said she hasn't seen nothing change but the cars. Matter of fact, y'all see it, nothing changed because they taking away your rights because it's not done in God's. It's not done in the righteousness of God. Because the man said, the dude said, well, what about the killer? I said, you died in vain. I said, those people died in vain. Because they didn't know no better, they died in vain. Why would you want to sit to a table and eat food with somebody who hates you? And then when they're cooking your food in the background, they spitting in the food. God told us to separate from them, but then you had Martin Luther King come along to join hand with us, with them. When we joined hand with them, we lost everything because we started going to their stores. We had our own community. We had our own stuff. We were striving, doing good. I done talked to people that's older than me and older than them, and they said that the people that told them that they were living better because they had their own. The money circulate. They say the dollar gone out of here quickly because we had our money don't circulate. Our money go outside our neighborhood because everybody in our neighborhood is opposite us. Everybody in our neighborhood is not black. They don't even live there. They take our money and send their kids to private school and buy them Mercedes. We ride around with cars with 3 big tires, 1 small tire. No windshield wipers. Glass broke out. I mean, we ride around in the lowest of lowest because we give our money to our oppressors. So, but they took the word and changed it. I got to hark on this just a little bit.
Awesome.
I gotta get on this just a little bit more. There's some good teaching. There's some awesome teaching. Because guess what? We vote for people that don't have our best interests in heart. God said, I think it's in Deuteronomy 15:15. He's talking about Martin Luther King, a dreamer of dreams. That was Martin Luther King's speech. God killed him because guess what? He sold us out. It's hard for people to understand, but the people like me who know, we know that. Because the Bible said do not join hand with them. We joined hand with them, we lost everything. Now that you look back on the years later, you can see that we lost everything when we joined hands with us, with them. Our schools went down, our stores went down, restaurants, everything, man. We at the bottom. When God said that you are the beginning, you are a nigger. You the nigger, which means beginning, not the new nigger they call you, But I'm talking about the old nigga back in the day where it meant that you are a king. See, but they done took that and changed the whole meaning of the word. So be careful about who you go out there. They on the Democrats too, Republicans, white, black, green, whoever running, they want to come to the black people during election time. We got all this stuff going on. You don't hear none of that, even in the city that you stay in. I stay in Jacksonville. I don't hear none of our city councilmen because God, I just tell him, a guy, you're not gonna get reparations. So cancel out your head. That's just a point where they use what they call it a politician point to get votes. You're not gonna get no reparation. God said the land shall only be cleansed by the blood of the people that shed the blood. Now, who shed the blood? Who's shedding blood all over the place? I don't even have to see it. Esau shedding blood all over the place. So God said, the only way you're going to get your reparation is when he come back and shed their blood. Because Christianity got you thinking that God is so good, he's so innocent, but God is a man of war. I keep trying to tell you that he's not what you see with them soft so-called preachers getting out there doing because it's not true. Okay, check this out. Now, this is the truth that you don't know. Joel 3:6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold to the Grecians that you might remove them far from their land. Okay, let me break this down for you. The children of Judah is the so-called niggers, so-called West Indies, which is the Caribbean island, in Haiti. We are the tribe of Judah, with Jew is short for Judah. Jew has never been used. They used that term later, but back in the day, they were called Judah. Judah, which means Jew, which is the same place where where Jesus came from the tribe of Judah. They switched it up and started calling it Jew and Jewish. Okay, and Jerusalem is the northern tribe. Judah is the northern tribe. Let me get it right quick. Let me run them off real quick, and you will see that these people, because when I do the lesson on them, you're going to see it. Okay, Judah, which is the American blacks, Benjamin, which is the West Indies blacks, Levi, which is Haiti. Them your biblical names. The first name I call Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Them the Jews. Ephraim is the Puerto Ricans. Manasseh is Cuban. Simeon is the Dominican Republican. Zebulon, which is Guatemala and Panama. Gad, the Native American Indian. Reuben, the Seminole Indian. Asher, Colombia. Issachar is Mexicans, the Aztecs. Naphtali is Argentina and Chile. Them are the people that are trying to come over here. You ain't see that? Them are the people that are trying to come over here at the border, because this is modern day Babylon. And this is where God coming back. This is going to destroy the United States of America with nuclear bombs. People coming, y'all heard the term, the fire, God come back with fire this time. That's how the fire going to get started. That's how the fire going to get. It's the nuclear bomb. That's why everybody got nuclear bombs now. And everybody going to be pointing at the United States of America. So this prophecy in Jeremiah 3:6 and 3:6, when Joel 3:6 is talking about us. I just gave you proof. And then you see at the border, they all trying to come here. We are already here. People don't know that the northern tribe was already here. So-called Christopher Columbus went on there and so-called founded. I'm going to break it down this weekend. I got it. I got the information. I'm breaking it down straight out of the Bible. But they was already here 500 years before we got here. They the one doing the sugar cane, and stuff like that. They was already here. Luke 21:24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, shall be led away captive in all the nations. Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentile be fulfilled. If you go back and read it, excuse me, you go back and read it, you get the Bible, it's in red letters. So this Jesus actually talking. Right now, it's been tried. That was in 70 AD. 70 AD, they came in there and they trotted it down. And that's when we ran to the hills. And that's how we scattered and ran to so-called the west coast of Africa. That's when we ran over there. They sold us to the Portuguese. The Arab had us in slavery first, so y'all go out to Arab stores and y'all be calling them brother. This here and big boy who Miami just gave him the key to the city. What his name is? Kelly. What his name is? Kelly, the one who producing all the music. Big boy, Arab. They had us in slavery first. He still got you in slavery because guess what? Now he making all the money. All he doing producing, got y'all singing. He making all the money. DJ Kelly. They had you in slavery first. It's all biblical. But the preacher never broke this down to you. Here, a simple man like me, a poor man like me, working out of a room that turned into an office. Got more sense than these guys that making millions of dollars. I'm sorry, not million. Worth $600, $600 million, $100 million. Got private land strips in their yard. But they sending you straight to hell. They keep telling you, they got you confused with being good with following the law. You can be good all you want and go straight to hell. There's a lot of people believe just by being good, they all right. But you got laws, statutes, commandments. You got laws, statutes, commandments. And guess what? Some of you, people think, oh, I'm going to die and get you. No, you get your judgment right now. You wonder why you got high cholesterol? Wonder why you got bad heart? That's your judgment. But people don't tell you that. But that's your judgment. God said don't eat crabs. So you wonder why your feet got gout. That's your judgment. God said don't eat shrimp. You wonder why your cholesterol high and you got headache. That's your judgment. People they think you're gonna wait till you die. Because some people get gonna get their judgment back then because they living good. Everything right. But then guess what? You might die tomorrow, and then God give you your judgment and send you back. And instead of you being a rich man, you're a poor man. You're gonna go through all the struggles and stuff like that. Why you see this mind? Like Paul said, this is my thinking. This is both thinking. This is Yahqua thinking. I'm thinking that these people that are schizophrenic, they see their former life and they can't take it. They talking to their former self. God said I should smack you with madness in Deuteronomy 28:28. Because I think, this is what I think, based on reading the Bible, that these people that are schizophrenic see their former self. They were miserable to people. They made money. Now they're on the streets and living like bums. So I want you to know God told us something right here. God said, and guess what? Are not over there in Israel, Jerusalem, the so-called Middle East, ain't they fighting going on every day on the news? All that over there, Israeli, they won't even call themselves Israelites because they know they're not real. They say Israeli. Or they'll say Jewish. They won't say Jew because they can't fix their lips to say because God won't let them say it. See, but check this out. That's why they're over there right now fighting and killing each other because there's no peace over there. Because God said until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. They got to fulfill it. They got to do what they got to do. They got to go in and tear it up. So when God come back here, we will have everything gonna be in reverse. The same way we built this world, they gonna build it, but we gonna be the leader. We gonna be the one telling them to build that and do this here. We're not gonna rape their women, rape their men. We gonna be doing it in righteousness. Because see, you won't have a Bible. It's gonna be already in your head. Jesus is already here, so you don't need the Bible. He's gonna be sitting on the throne. We're gonna be telling them what to do. Hey, build this, put this here, do this, and do this here. They know that, but we don't. Because we can't, because we don't read, so we don't understand it. Okay. See, this the pride of Esau. God told us we're gonna go into slavery. Now, don't you think that if we got to pay, and I told you what the word nigger means, you don't think they got to pay? So you mean to tell me you don't think they got to pay for what they done to us? Huh? You mean to tell me they ain't going to pay for what they did to us? And Exodus, where they say, and I think it's Genesis. Even Israel, my firstborn, we God firstborn. God love us. The reason why we in captivity, because guess what? We disobeyed the laws, statutes, and commandments. So if we got to pay, they're going to have to pay also. See, this is the pride of Esau. The pride of their heart this is Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of their heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwells in the cliffs of the rocks. I don't know if you can see this here. See, Edom is the so-called Esau. You can see it right there. It's the cliffs of the rock. That's how they live. Look right here. It's Wall Street. Right there. This how they live. They got the same thing. It's Esau. Esau lived in the cliff of the rocks. That's why y'all heard of the Caucasus Mountain of Russia, Georgia. They know where they come from, but y'all don't. You don't know where they come from. Because the church don't go this deep into Sunday school. They teach you they don't teach you nothing. They teach you about Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. That's where they go. But you cannot understand the new without understanding the old. Because all Jesus did was quote Isaiah. He loved Isaiah. He quoted Isaiah. He quoted the Old Testament. Because guess what? You got to remember. Jesus was walking amongst the earth. So they didn't write about him until he was gone. So what was he teaching when he was in the synagogue? He was teaching the Old Testament. But they don't tell you that. Whose habitation is high, that says in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Esau pride. God hates a prideful man. Esau's pride. You can see him. You can start bringing up discussion. Esau gets so proud. Esau's a proud man. But God gonna bring it down. You just heard what I just read. Obadiah 1 and 3. God said he's gonna bring them down. Jeremiah 14. I got it. Then the Lord said, these prophets are telling lies in my name. I did not send them to speak. I did not give them any message. They prophesied a vision and revelation they have never seen or heard. They speak foolishness made up in their own living heart. These churches is killing us. God didn't send them. The first thing they said, God sent me. If God sent them, why don't you do what God said? Why you don't do the law? The law said no homosexual, no gay, no this, no that. But you proud to let them come in your churches. Then your choir. God said don't eat pork. God said don't wear certain clothes. But the church tell you come as you are, and there's nowhere in the Bible about God said come as you are. See, the church is false. God giving you Jeremiah 14, telling you that they lying. But guess what? We refuse to listen to them. Jeremiah 17:4. The wonderland possession I have reserved for you. Will slip from your hand. What I have, the wonderland possession. This is what God said he was going to give us. I have reserved for you, but will let it slip from your hand. I will tell your enemy to take you as captives for a foreign land, for my anger blaze like fire that will burn forever. God is telling us that he's going to send us into slavery. That we in all this stuff we're going through now is because of that. Because we are stiff-necked people. Everybody knows. You could be talking to a so-called black man, and you can be telling you, I can take this Bible and say, read this, sir. I'm not lying. They'll slap out your hand and won't believe it because they've been indoctrinated. That's why I just read the other one. God said these prophecies, these preachers, they lying. But the people on the street, like us, we telling the truth. I'm here giving you this day in, day out, studying this word for you. But you refuse to believe it. Psalm 83:4. Come then, come. They say, let us wipe out Israel as a nation. We will destroy the very memory of its existence. Israel is us. It's a people. The 12 tribes of Israel is us. I just gave it to you. Judah, Benjamin, Haiti, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, the Indians, them us, and the Mexicans, these us. We Israel. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel. They have destroyed us, and we have no remembrance of who we are. This is God's work. This is God's work because we disobeyed the law, statute, commandment. Romans 9:25 through 27. But I'm going to read 27. And concerning Israel, Isaiah the prophet cried out, though the people out of Israel are as numerous as the sand of seashore, only a remnant will be saved. If you go on and read Jeremiah, you'll see where it said only 2/3 of it are going to make it. So everybody not making it. You're going to die. And you see them dying as you speak. These young people that you see are disobeyed, that's part of that 2/3. They either dying and getting life in prison, never see them again, or they're killing each other. Because guess what? The older people are living longer. The younger people are dying. They're not even making it 25 now. They're dying. That's part of that 2/3. So everybody ain't making it. So when you got people talking about, I'm saved, that's that Christianity telling you, you ain't saved. You got to make it those who do it to the end. If you ain't, how you going to be saved? And God said those who do it to the end. I'm just telling you, folks, these people lying to you. I'm trying to tell you the truth. There's no way in the world. I really think that YouTube is blocking my numbers. Because I mean, one time, it's small, it's big to me, but small to y'all. I was up to like 60-something members. Then all of a sudden it dropped down to 40 and never moved again. I think they blocking it because the truth is getting. I know they blocking it. See, that's why I read the Bible and scriptures, because they can take you off and saying that you are terrorists. Because you know Ron DeSantis just passed a law, so we on the hit list. The Hebrew Israelite people on the hit list. So I have to stick straight to the Bible. I give you books and stuff like this and show you that what it is. Because I know what time it is. But the people who get it, all you got to do is mess light, and we can push past that. Hebrew 8:10. But this is the new covenant I will make with people of Israel. On that day, says the Lord. On that day is the day of judgment. I will put my law in their mind. I will write them on their heart. I will be their God, and they will be my people. It won't be no more Bible. God can put all the law. He said law. That's why I don't understand how you say it's no more law. You tell me it's no more law, but the Bible said in the last day I'm gonna write it on your heart. So I believe God. Peter said, I rather believe in God than to believe in man. So that was today's lesson. I just want to thank you, people. Check this out. Mess like. All you gotta do is mess like. Just get these numbers up now. Let's get in there if I can get this word out. I do my due diligence to read and study for you can understand this. Because I want to see my people make it. I want to see my family make it. I want to see my people make it. Talk to the older people. Talk to what the God say, what you call them, the ancient of days. Talk to the elders and find out what's going on, because they got a lot to learn. They got a lot to give. But it helps them feel needed. Talk to the elders. It helps them feel needed because they need to be feel needed. It gives them a sense of responsibility, a sense of belonging in this world. That's why I always talk about, when I go sit with my mom, I dig deep, buddy. I be probing them for trying to find information. I probe her about stuff that she didn't remember. I said, Mama, who your boyfriend was? Who was this? Who was that? I go all in there. What happened? What happened back in them days? How much the popcorn cost? I dig all into it. I make her use her memory because she ain't it too. So I make her use that, make her pull up all that stuff that so keep it relevant. She see me, she be like, she know I'm here for the questioning. I love her, but I love her more by talking to her and finding out information. I found out stuff that I didn't know. But we have to talk. That's the only way we can do it, folks. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I love you. Shalom, my people. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Give yourself a round of applause. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people.